All right, Hotep, everybody. Hey, this is Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. I'm at day 3 of the Liberated Minds Black Homeschooling Education Expo here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're actually in Clarkston at the Georgia Piedmont Technical Center. I'm here at my vendor table as well. Event's going to start up shortly. It's going until 7 p.m. I think it is today. And I speak today at 12 noon, all right? So today is the economic summit, all right? So you have people presenting, dealing with economic empowerment, entrepreneurship, tying in African history and culture, and homeschooling our children into it. So my presentation is is scheduled from 12 noon to 12:45 p.m. It may run a little, it may start late, but definitely come on out. So I'm presenting on, I'm presenting on lessons from the film Black Panther, economic guerrilla warfare, political self-defense, and how to Wakanda the vote. Okay, so that's what my presentation is on today, and I'm dealing with themes from the film Black Panther, what we can actually learn from it, what we can use. People are captivated by the film Black Panther. It's broken all types of records. It's done $1.3 billion worldwide. Everybody share this broadcast on your Facebook page also, okay? They were playing music in the background in there, so I had to come out here because we're broadcasting on Facebook. So people are captivated by the film. We saw people going to the theaters wearing African garb, things like this. So people ask, well, how can we take this information and use it? So what we see in the fictitious African nation of Wakanda, we see them controlling their economics, we see them controlling their natural resources, we see that they have their history and culture intact, we see that they are control their politics as well. Okay, so we understand that your history and culture gives you your VIPs, gives you your values, your interests, and your principles. It influences your economic empowerment and your political empowerment. Okay, so we see all this right in the film. They control their economy. They have a political structure, and they have their history and culture intact, which influences, gives them their cultural paradigm that they see reality through. All right, so we'll talk about themes like that. We'll deal with African history. We'll deal with the term Wakanda. Wakanda is a real word. Most people who comment negatively about the movie have not done research. I've read over 100 articles dealing with the film, saw the film twice, studied the 52-year history of the Black Panther comic book, because you have to understand the Black Panther comic book to understand the movie, because the characters and storylines and things like this are taken from the comic book to the movie. Most people don't understand this. They have not done the research, okay? So this is taking place today at the Georgia Piedmont Technical Center, 495 North Indian Creek Drive in Clarkston, Georgia. You can visit liberatedmindsexpo.com, liberatedmindsexpo.com for more information. We also have the information at our website, africanhistorynetwork.com, africanhistorynetwork.com. We have the information there as well, okay? So I'll be presenting. I have this presentation on DVD at our website, africanhistorynetwork.com. We actually have a bundle pack where you get all 3 of my DVD lectures dealing with the film Black Panther. You get all 3 and 3 other presentations for $45, okay? And I've done about a 3-hour presentation also called a Black Panther Analysis, African Culture, History, and Afrofuturism. I've done that presentation, and I've also done a presentation for children. I was presented to 5th through 12th graders, dealing with the film Black Panther, what we can learn from it. I talk about Marcus Garvey. I talk about Mansa Musa, okay, who becomes Emperor of Mali in 1312 AD. So when we see T'Challa, who is the richest superhero in the world and basically the richest man in the world in the comic books, that's like Mansa Musa, who was the richest man in history, just happened to be an African person, okay? Emperor of the Mali Empire became emperor in 1312 AD, all right? So when we look at Wakanda was never conquered by Europeans. Their history was not interrupted by colonialism or slavery, right? Well, that's Ethiopia, Ethiopia was not conquered, even though they were invaded twice by Italy, 1935-36. Benito Mussolini, he was defeated by Emperor Haile Selassie, and then going back to about 1896 as well, it was Emperor Menelik II who defeated the Italians then, okay, kicked their behinds, beat the Italians so badly that the Italians actually, after the defeat, they lied and said the Ethiopians were Europeans because they did not want the world to know that they were defeated by African people. This is history, okay? That was the Battle of Adwa in 1896, okay? March of 1896, the Battle of Adwa, all right? So this past March, we celebrated the 122nd year anniversary of the Ethiopians defeating the Italians. All right. So all this ties into history. All right. Your history and culture gives you your values, your interests, and your principles, your VIPs. Okay. It influences your economic empowerment, your political empowerment. It's not just economics. You have to have that foundation. Every ethnic group in America, for the most part, have their history and culture intact. They use it to fight for scarce wealth, power, and resources. They use it to fight for scarce wealth, power, and resources. And they use their economics to enforce their political agenda. Okay? We don't understand we have to have a synthesis of all of this. Too many of our people are trying to use African history and culture as escapism. Okay, and trying to metaphysically transport themselves back to 3000 BC in ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, so they don't have to deal with what's going on today and lay out strategies to plan for the future. Okay, they're doing the same thing that we accuse many Christians of doing when we say many Christians are so heavily bound they're no earthly good. All right, well, they're just doing the same thing. Instead of a cross, they're wearing an ankh. Okay, instead of a cross, they're wearing an ankh. But they're doing the same thing. Let me move back over here. Okay, so hopefully it's still coming through well. All right, so now also you can advertise with the African History Network as well. You can advertise with the African History Network also. We reach thousands of people on our audio podcasts of our radio shows, the African History Network show, and the various audio podcasts I do. You can advertise with us. We have a few advertising slots left because we're limited on inventory. So if you have an African American owned business, whether you sell clothing online, whether you sell jewelry online, whether you sell books, things like this, if you are an author, email us at customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com, customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com. We can help you take your business to the next level, okay? We put your 60-second commercial in the audio podcast of our radio shows. They are on Blog Talk Radio. They are on iTunes. They're on TuneIn.com. I just checked TuneIn.com. You can Google TuneIn.com. You'll see all these episodes of my broadcast. They're on Castbox. They're on FM Player. So it's a number of different podcast platforms that carry the broadcast from the African History Network show. So when we put your commercial into one of our podcasts, it hits all these different platforms. Okay, so thousands of people will hear your commercial promoting your business. Email us at customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com, customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com, and then also we'll put your flyer or your graphic in our email newsletter, okay, that we send out 3 or 4 times a week, all right, and we can really help you grow your business. So we have a few slots left. Email us at customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com. We can get you up and running today, all right. So many people who have businesses are trying to figure out how can we market to African Americans, how can we do this. So this is an opportunity, and also we'll do an interview with you right here on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, as well. Okay. All right. So those in the Atlanta area, come on out today. Sunday, July 15th. This is the last day of the 7th annual Liberated Minds Black Homeschool and Education Expo. 7th annual Liberated Minds Black Homeschool and Education Expo. All right. And today is the Economic Summit. So Rick Mathis, director of the Black Friday documentary series that I'm in, he's doing something today with the children in the Watoto village. And then you have, let me see something. Okay, let's come back in here. We'll show you here's Rick right here.
All kind of stuff.
That's Rick Mathis right there. He's doing a workshop. And we got brother TJ Lofton, he's speaking today. Can I show you on Facebook? All right. We got brother TJ Lofton. Look at his check him out right here. Brother TJ, he's speaking today. What time are you speaking today, TJ? I think you speak after me.
Yeah, 1:45 to 2:30.
1:45 to 2:30. Then I'm speaking supposed to be 12 noon to 12:45. They might run a little late. Here's my vendor table, Great Black Women in History. I'm over in the corner. Come check me out. And then we got Rick's table here as well. So vendors are setting up. You haven't missed anything, come on down. Sunday always runs a little late. You got vendors out here in the hall also. All right. So this is the 7th annual Liberated. Got the Wakanda t-shirt. So my presentation today is lessons from the film Black Panther. All right. So, and see, Wakanda is a real word. So a lot of people who spoke negatively about the movie, no matter how much they know about African history, every time I ask the question, what does the word Wakanda mean? Nobody can tell me. Now, how is that? That comes from lack of research. Okay. So, unfortunately, we need to do more research and less talking. Okay, unfortunately, we need to do more research and less talking. All right. Okay, so let me look at some of your comments here. People are coming in, so it's a little noisy. I'm trying to get to a quiet space. All right, so all the volunteers are working hard. All right. So we got Delon. Now, who are African American business owners on here? Who are African American business owners? Go ahead and post the name of your business. Shout your business out. Post your website. Okay. William said the ancient name of Africa was Al-Kibalan. Al-Kibalan was an Arabic word. Al is an Arabic prefix. African people historically did not have one name for the continent. Al-Kibalan was an Arabic word. Just like alcohol, Al is an Arabic word. Alchemy, Al is an Arabic word. Al-Andalus, Al is an Arabic word. Alchemy, alcohol, Al-Andalus. That was introduced by the Moors when they go into Europe, 711 AD. Al-Kibalan is not the original name, okay? We named different regions of the continent. We usually did not have one name for the entire continent, okay? When you look at Afri, as in Africa, Afri were a group of black African people in Algeria and Tunisia, okay? The Afri were a group of black African people in Algeria and Tunisia. All right. This is who Africa is named after. Read pages 14 and 15 of African People in World History by Dr. John Henrik Clark. All right. Let me try to go out here, man. There's people playing music out here. Okay. You got to read. You got to do research. You got to verify this stuff, because I hear people keep repeating things, man, that are just not true. Okay, so read pages 14 and 15 of African People in World History by Dr. John Henrik Clark. Ca is a Latin suffix denoting land. All right. Africa was also not named after Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus, who was a Roman general who fought against Hannibal Barca, defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. Okay, Africanus is Latin, which means belonging to Africa or of Africa. You can read Cassell's Latin English Dictionary 2002 edition, page 11, in the entry for a fear. And this breaks this down. You have to deal with language. Okay, so whenever you deal with a word in a different language, you have to go to that language to understand what the word means. And in studying the etymology of the word, then you can understand history. Okay, so Al-Kibalan was not one of the original names. That was a name, but that's Arabic. Okay, so we have to understand this, and this is something that Ranoka Rashidi has talked about as well as Professor Kaba Kamene. Let me see if I can get to a quiet space. All right. So do we have any business owners on here? Be sure to follow us on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network. Follow us on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network. We have any business owners on here? Post the name of your business. Let me see here. Be sure to email us at customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com to find out how to advertise with the African History Network. Excuse me. Excuse me, sister. Excuse me, sister.
I raised
Excuse me.
very, very graceful.
All right, who we have on here? LaShonda. I wish I'd known about the Black Homeschooling Conference. It happens the third weekend in July each year. The third weekend in July each year. Liberated Minds Black Homeschooling Education Expo, okay? Third weekend in July each year. Visit liberatedmindsexpo.com. Liberatedmindsexpo.com. Let me sit down. Okay, so, because I have my tripod here. This is my small tripod, so this easily fits on in a duffel bag, so I can carry this on a plane with me. All right, so any African-American business owners on here? Wow, that's a trip, okay. We have to study history, we have to study language, we have to study culture. So when you look at the word Mauritania, M-A-U-R-I, right? The Romans referred to North Africa at one time as Mauri, M-A-U-R-I. Mauritania means land of the black-skinned people. If you read Golden Age of the Moor, edited by Dr. Ivy Van Sertima, I think it's on page 5. It breaks down etymologically what the word Mauritania means, Mauri, okay? The word Moor is derived from the Greek word Maros. You have M-A-U-R-O-S. Then you also have Maras, M-A-U-R-S in Latin. You'll also have the word Mauri, M-A-U-R-I. So when you see the name Maurice, M-A-U-R-I-C-E, Maurice is in reference to the Moor, to a Moor, or to the Moors. Okay, so we have to understand language, we have to understand history, we have to understand culture. All right, but read Golden Age of the Moor, edited by Dr. Ivy Van Sertima, okay? So if you have an online store, if you have a brick and mortar store, any African-American bookstore owners on here, or you sell books online, things like that. If you are an author, you want to advertise with the African History Network. We only have a few slots left because we don't have unlimited inventory. And if you don't have a commercial, we can record one for you. Okay, there's no additional charge. You can email us a script or just send us some bullet points. We'll put something together for you. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of that for you. I'm the founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. I've been doing it 8 years. We have over 800 audio podcasts at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, on a Blog Talk Radio platform. When we upload the podcast to Blog Talk Radio, on average on Blog Talk, they get 4,000 to 8,000 listens per episode within 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, but also the podcast is automatically uploaded to iTunes, Castbox, which is a huge platform for podcasts, FM Player, TuneIn.com, the TuneIn app. You can Google Michael Imhotep or the African History Network show. You'll see all of these podcasts. The ones I just did, just uploaded yesterday, because I checked TuneIn yesterday. Okay, we're on TuneIn.com. We're on a number of different platforms. So when we put your commercial out there, it hits all these platforms just like that. Okay, so you want to email us at customerservice@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Customerservice@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. With all this shooting and talking about teacher being armed, you might have a point for safety. Shaka and Hannibal, they most favor. Generation Cleaning, November '82, Cecil Barnes. Okay, Tanisha. Kids learn about those kings and queens, those kings spoken of here. I'm not a business owner, but I'm definitely looking to start one. Brandon, all right. Nika said we homeschool. Burgundy Indulgence. Okay. LaShonda, I wish I had known about the homeschooling conference. All right. Okay, yeah, customer service at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. So we're here today till about 7, I guess 7 to 8. I'm not sure the cost of admission today, but it's pretty reasonable. But go to LiberatedMindsExpo.com, LiberatedMindsExpo.com for more information. We also have information at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, okay? Okay, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. All right. Okay, so once again, my presentation today is dealing with lessons from the film Black Panther, economic guerrilla warfare, political self-defense, and how to Wakanda the vote. All right. Okay, this will be my second year homeschooling my 11-year-old, said Bridget. All right. And then also, if you can't make it today, you can visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can order my presentations I have dealing with the film Black Panther. We actually have a 6 DVD bundle pack where you get all 3 of my lectures dealing with Black Panther, and you get 3 other presentations also. It's regularly $75, on sale $45. So that helps support the African History Network. And also, if you want to donate to the African History Network, you like the type of information we deal with, you like the type of work we do, you can donate at paypal.me/the AHN show. Paypal.me/the AHN show. So that helps support us. That helps us stay on the air, keep broadcasting. It helps me travel to events like this because I had to pay my way out here. I had to pay my way back home. Paypal.me/the AHN show. Helps us to stay on the air, keep doing the research, pay the bills, etc. All right. I have an idea as far as what I want to sell, but like you said, I got to do Let's Talk. Yeah, so Brandon, what you want to do is start writing down what it is you want to do, start putting together concept paper, write down what it is you want to sell, who you want to target, start putting that stuff on paper, okay? Because if it just stays in your mind, you're going to forget it, you're going to procrastinate. When you start, whatever you focus on increases, whatever you track grows. So as you start writing it down, other ideas are going to come to you, right? So then this is going to motivate you to actually start your business as opposed to it just staying up here. Okay, still haven't seen the film Black Panther. Got to check it out. It's on DVD now, and it's on demand on cable. I mean, you can pay for it on like Comcast, Xfinity. Okay, guys, look, we got to get out of here. I got to get back in here to my vendor table. Listen to the African History Network show Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. Tonight they're going to re-air last week's show because I'm here in Atlanta. You can listen to audio podcasts of our shows at all at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. It's right on the homepage. Okay, follow us here on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network on Facebook. Follow our YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, IMHOTEP, because I just posted videos yesterday. And also, I posted the panel discussion I was on Friday dealing with ending the school-to-prison pipeline. I would like to start an investment group here in Toledo. Okay, what other African-American business owners do we have here? Okay. Be sure to email us at customerservice@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. If you're interested in advertising with the African History Network, we reach thousands of people on a weekly basis with the podcast of our radio show, the African History Network show, and other broadcasts I do as well. Okay, guys, we got to get out of here. Hey, remember at the African History Network, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right knowledge corrects wrong behavior. What you do for yourself, what you do to yourself, and what you allow other people to do to you is based upon what you think about yourself. What you think about yourself is based upon what you have been taught about yourself. What you've been taught about yourself is based upon everything you've read, heard, and seen about yourself. Okay? So when you control the radius of a man's thoughts, you can control the circumference of his actions, because the mind can't do it, teach what it doesn't know. Remember, right knowledge corrects wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.